Yeah, a very, very good evening to you and welcome to the show once again from our Studio B in Doha, Qatar. And this is Fauzan Harun channel. You can also subscribe to Fauzan TV. Is all the two channels are owned by the Fauzan Productions, and so that's not too different from each other. So this is Fauzan Harun channel, and today we are going to look at the post-match analysis of the Chelsea game, And you saw an incredible and fantastic performance yesterday from the Chelsea players, from right down from goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga to the last man, Olivier Giroud, giving us the best of performances with respect to our EPL game against Everton. This is coming at the backdrop of some inconsistent performances from the Chelsea players, ranging from losing to 2-0 to Manchester United as a result of the VAR crucial referee decision by Anthony Taylor and other sort of decisions, the failure to award the red card to Harry Maguire for a lunge on Cesar Azpilicueta and others. And coming from against the backdrop of winning against Liverpool 2-0 crucial scorer in the fifth round of the FA Cup, Chelsea was on display again at the Stamford Bridge, trying to get the best out of what they want to achieve this season. And so, not surprising at all, they having a good time as of now that I'm talking to you. So without much ado, I will try and go straight into action by analyzing the program and starting the show. I would like to urge you to do well to subscribe to the channel, as well as tap the notification pad, share the program as well, always for us, as I do tell you on the show. Today we're going to look at the post-match analysis. It was an incredible performance coming from the likes of Mason Mount starting the show with a goal, Willian also getting a goal, Pedro Rodriguez getting the second goal, Willian the third goal, and then Olivier Giroud capping it up with an excellent tap of the fourth goal. And also now currently the record stands at 183 matches between Chelsea and Everton. We have 183 matches between Chelsea and Everton. Remember, before yesterday's game, it was 182 matches, with Chelsea winning 72 matches. Now Chelsea has won 73 matches when the record of yesterday's match is updated or factored into the previous record. Now Chelsea's wins stands at 73 against Everton. Everton's wins stands at 56, and 54 of those games have ended in draw. And also there's some kind of implication as we go into our next match against Bayern Munich. Remember, Bayern Munich defeated us 3-0 at the Stamford Bridge. Bayern Munich defeated us 3-0 at the Stamford Bridge, and so going into this encounter, I will just call it a dress rehearsal to what is going to happen in Germany against Bayern Munich. And so it's going to be a dress rehearsal with respect to what is going to happen in Germany. And so not surprising at all, we are fine-tuning and training with respect to how we're going to score more goals, because in Germany, remember, we're going to need more goals to qualify ahead of Bayern Munich, who have beaten us 3-0 already at the Stamford Bridge. Okay, let's look at some of the details of the match yesterday. Two assists for Ross Barkley. An excellent performance there for Ross Barkley. Later, I will say a little bit of him. One assist and one goal for Pedro Rodriguez, and then one assist and one goal for Willian, and then one goal for Olivier Giroud. The lineup that featured yesterday was Kepa in post, Azpilicueta. We have Rudiger, Kurt Zuma, Marcus Alonso, who were playing in the 4-3-3. And then we also have Ross Barkley, Billy Gilmore, and then Mason Mount. Up front, we have the traditional three that we used to know them: Pedro, Willian, and then Olivier Giroud. That was the traditional three that we are used to featuring before Lampard took the reins of affairs as the Chelsea manager. Reality check. The reality check that I'm trying to focus on is that when Chelsea the implication is that when Chelsea tries to change results against upcoming matches, it's going to be costly for us, because this is a resource which is guaranteeing us results. And sometimes Frank Lampard tends to tinker or tends to temper with his normal selection, which will create so many problems for him. So the reality check is that we're going to be needing and maintaining this selection lineup when we want to achieve results in our subsequent matches to come. In terms of the little bit of the stats, Chelsea had 61% of possession, Everton had 39% possession, Chelsea had 10 shots on target, Everton had 1 shot on target, Chelsea had 2 shots off target, Everton had 1 shot off target. And also in this encounter, shooting ability is crucial in leading us to our game against Bayern Munich. Remember yesterday, shots on goal, we recorded 10 shots on goal, which is an excellent one, because compared to our previous matches this season, Chelsea has not been shooting that much. Even if you could quite remember in my previous programs, that I'm not going to elaborate much more on it, just a little bit of that. If you're interested, you are going to have to switch back and watch my previous show on that. I talked about the shooting abilities and the qualities of Marcos Alonso. That's why I fancy him ahead of Emerson always. Though other pundits do always disagree with me, but in as much as I do tend to agree with Marcos Alonso, I've almost always 100% been vindicated, because Marcos Alonso, in terms of the statistics and records, is giving us the numbers in terms of goals and quality of passes. Even yesterday, he had some fantastic free kick against Everton that he attempted, and then had a latch up, and then he squared it up for Ross Barkley, and then they did the dummy and did some trick, which nearly resulted in a goal. Also, when we look at our game against Wolverhampton Wanderers, the match that we won 5-2, I'm making emphasis about that because when we are going to play Bayern Munich in the second leg, though quite difficult and hectic, because we didn't do much work in the first leg. If the game had ended in the first leg at Stamford Bridge, if we had recorded maybe 2-0 or 2-1, the game in the Allianz Arena is going to be easy for us. But now the 3-0 is a Herculean task to surmount. But be that as it may, we are working towards achieving and overturning the results. So the scoreline 5-2 that we recorded in Wolverhampton Wanderers is going to be a yardstick for us to mount and then prepare adequately to face Bayern Munich. So remember, we have to cross all the T's, we have to cross them and dot all the I's so that we get in touch to fine-tune opportunity to play very well against Bayern Munich. Do I see something that others don't see? The question I'm asking you for today. Do I see something that other pundits don't see? I say possibly yes. Because remember, on this show, on my channel, Fauzan Harun channel here, I've been doing some programs to highlight the importance of Marcos Alonso in the selection, in our selection setup at Chelsea. When Frank Lampard was not using him that much, we were not getting the results. And when Frank Lampard reverted and watched and started using Marcos Alonso, Chelsea was racking in and getting the results in terms of the numbers and statistics. Better positive ones for that matter. So do I see something that others don't see? With respect to also this Ross Barkley, the career of Ross Barkley all of a sudden has taken a different dimension altogether. Last week also, I did a program to criticize his performance. But today I'm praising him because of the current form that he's giving up, the best that is put up in the last 2 matches against the Merseyside teams. Merseyside teams, by what I mean is Liverpool and Everton yesterday. And so Ross Barkley should have to maintain this form to make sure that he becomes consistent, leading us into the Bayern Munich game. So he has to get consistent and make sure we prepare adequately to face Bayern Munich. So I would like to urge you on to keep on supporting the channel, support the show, share the program. I think that the last time I checked, my comment section has been activated. Do much as well to send in your comments on the show as well, which possibly I will get time to respond to your comments. And also you can see that the much also praise is also going to this guy, Billy Gilmore. Billy Gilmore all of a sudden is changing the midfield dimension of Chelsea all of a sudden, because we are used to having the Kovacic, Jorginho and N'Golo Kante. Now N'Golo Kante is injured. Kovacic is also injured, and though I don't think it's not a serious injury, Jorginho is also suspended. I think Billy Gilmore and Ross Barkley are giving us a different dimension with respect to midfield play. And so Frank Lampard is going to count on them as another alternative to the normal midfield that we are used to, the Kovacic, Jorginho, and then Kovacic, Jorginho, and N'Golo Kante. Remember, he either plays 2 of them or 3 of them, depending on the match. Also, Kurt Zouma, also praise for Kurt Zouma also. Remember in some of my previous programs, I highlighted the advantages of Kurt Zouma over Christensen. Christensen hasn't got the height as Kurt Zouma. Kurt Zouma, in terms of challenging the ball in air, jumping and heading the ball to defend, is better than Christensen. Christensen is good, but he has to improve that aspect of his game. Aspilicueta, as always, was consistent. Kepa Arrizabalaga, marvelous and excellent. Almost yesterday, all the players were on point. None of the players fumbled. Mason Mount, as usual, excellent and sparkling performance from Mason Mount. I always do make sure I give him praise where it's due and criticize him whenever he does go wrong on the field. Sometimes he's too selfish, I understand, but I appreciate and support him. He wants to be one of our main men in our team, and yet he's proving the statistics right. Pedro Rodriguez, all of a sudden, has resurrected his career, getting his first goal in almost more than a year in the English Premiership. Willian, as always, fantastic. Olivier Giroud, no much comment. He's done fantastic work. So at this point in time, I would like to thank you all for engaging me and paying special attention and to spend your golden opportunity to engage with me on this channel. God richly bless you. And as always, do send in your comments to improve the show. Subscribe hit the red subscribe button, tag the notification part. As always, thank you very much. I salute you for joining me on the show. God richly bless you, as always. Bye-bye. Cheers.